All right, welcome folks. This is game 3 of Civ4 AI Survivor Season 4. Welcome to the stream if you're watching live. Welcome to the recording if you're watching this afterwards. Let me give you a quick run through of who our AIs are. So here is the map. If you've seen it before, with our 6 leaders distributed around the edges. In this game we have Shaka of the Zulus in the northwest in the light yellow borders. We have J-Man or João of Portugal, the Portuguese leader, whose name I can't pronounce, here in red. Down in the southwest, we have Caesar of Rome in the dark purple. He is the heavy favorite in this game. If you haven't been following that, more than half the people have picked him to win. So we'll see if that bears out. In the northeast, we have de Gaulle of France in the light blue borders. He did really well in Season 3, was really bad Seasons 1 and 2. In the middle of the map in green, we have Suleiman of the Ottomans, the silly man, another imperialistic leader, and then in the far southeast we have Frederick of Germany in the light gray borders here. So I just want to give 2 quick shout outs before we get started here. Take 30 seconds. I want to give thanks to the donation we had. We actually had a $50 donation coming from Joseph last week right after game 2 happened, so thank you very much, Joseph. I don't do these games to make money or anything like that, but any donations we get we put towards things like maintaining the website, and like Liz wants me to get a better microphone, so we might put some of the money towards that. And then also to Ben, who sent me an email and mentioned that he is currently hiking the Appalachian Trail and is watching these videos like in between legs of hiking the Appalachian Trail, which is just awesome. So good luck to you, Ben, on your hike through the Appalachian Trail, and good luck to your picks for this round. All right, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so what we always watch at the beginning of these games is 2 things. We want to see who founds the religions and where they place their initial settlers, because the AI gets 2 settlers on deity. Religion is a total wildcard in this game. No one starts with mysticism. It looks like Suleiman is the only one going for an initial religion. And the other thing is where are they going to send their settlers. All right, so watch the archers. This is where the settlers are going. J-Man is heading to the southwest coast. De Gaulle is heading north. All right, this is key because Suleiman was right in the middle of the map. Where he went was pretty important. He's going north, not south. Good news for Caesar. Good news for everyone who has Caesar picked in this game. All right, now we should see the first cities actually coming out. All right, so who's got a city? João has gone over here. It's a pretty good site, double food resources, but it is and it's on a plains hill, but it's probably in the wrong direction. He kind of needed to go middle of the map. Instead, he went west. Caesar has picked a really nice spot. Floodplains, ivory when the borders expand, and a grassland cow for more production. I like that spot for him. He's going to have double happiness resources, ivory and silver. Also, he's already connected his silver. Not that he's working the tile, that would just be too smart, but he has connected it, so he's already got an early happiness resource. Let's see. All right, other cities that we've got. So Suleiman went northwest, dry rice. Not a great spot. I mean, I wouldn't say this is terrible, but it's not great. Dry rice for the only usable resource at first. I guess can borrow the horses, but that then takes them from the capital. De Gaulle goes north, further into the tundra. Again, probably not the best direction for him, because he could more valuably claim stuff in the middle of the map. He has gone double deer tiles, They're game in Civ 3, they're deer in Civ 4. But they're both on tundra, so not as great. And then I think that's it. Shaka and Freddy haven't settled yet. All right, so everybody's settled now. Freddy goes the only place he can go, further up the river. He has managed to avoid the floodplains for the most part in favor of getting this pig's resource. Okay, not bad. He's got the pigs. That's a 6-food tile. And Shaka, I'm less clear why he wanted this spot. I guess he's got a plains sheep, which is a fairly weak resource. But it does claim ivory, and it's on top of an iron. Not that he can see the iron yet. Can't see the iron, but it is there. All right, so now we're going to watch for religions. It looks like Suleiman's going to get the first religion, so we'll just advance a couple turns right now because not much is going on. Oh, Caesar, why are you going for archery so early? Don't think you really need that. All right, so yeah, Suleiman did connect the did connect the corn at his capital, so good for him there. And he's going to get this religion, so he's going to get polytheism. Really curious who gets the next religion. Could be anyone, really. Where is it? 2 more turns. Okay. All right, so he does found this religion, Islam, as you would expect. So So first religion of the game, and I have no clue who's going to get the next one. Absolutely no clue. Let's take a quick look at people's capitals. All right, so Fred did research fishing because he's building workboats. I probably should have gone for agriculture because that's a 6 food tile there. But yeah, he's not the best capital so far. He's working these 2-1, 2-1, 3-0 tiles, pretty weak. Caesar's capital looks much better. All right, so he has built 2 fishing boats, and he's working 2 fishing tiles and the silver resource. Nice. This is a good start for him. Got that nice capital there. Also building a settler. Why? Why are you building a settler here? Building a settler, and yet for some reason not working this tile here, the 4-0 plains hill tile. What tiles is he working? Because I only see these 2. Whatever. I don't quite understand. Joao has connected his rice, or his corn. Jeez, why do I keep saying rice? Has connected his rice. That looks, or his corn. Connected his corn. Shaka has farmed his floodplain. Shaka has not. Oh dear, he doesn't have animal husbandry yet. Yeah, he farmed that tile. Not great. And here we've. Okay, this is good from De Gaulle. He's connected his ivory, so he's got the happiness, and he's farmed his corn tile. So good stuff going there. Looking good there so far. All right, so now we'll try to see who's the first to get another settler out. Yeah, just call them food resources. Yeah, indeed. I'm trying to see if anyone. All right, so here's here's the power of imperialistic, right? So Caesar has finally decided not to be an idiot. He's working that plains hill tile, and just having that one plains hill tile means that he can build this settler pretty darn fast, even in his second city of Antium. While he's, and look at this, the double. This is quite nice. The double silver resources in the capital. He's going to have a very early bronze working. So yeah, I like this start for Caesar so far. All right, Freddy's building a settler in his capital, not in his second city. So he's got that going. Similar detail here, but note that without the Plains Hill mine, it's much slower to build the settler, even with imperialistic, much slower. All right, anyone else? Yeah, Caesar's already in very early bronze working. And there's a couple other people working on settlers, so they all should get the first settlers out at about the same time. Oh, Caesar. So he stops building the settler for no clear reason. Or no, he finished the settler. He whipped it to completion. I was like, why did he stop building it? But no, he actually used bronze working and he whipped it to completion. So if anyone ever thought the AI will not use slavery civic, they absolutely will. He just whipped that out. He was in anarchy for a turn. Okay, so let's see where he sent. All right, so he's sending the settler further north. This is really good for Caesar. Like if he gets his gems resource, that would be a really nice land grab for him, because like this is territory that he should not be getting this far north. But it looks like he's going to grab this area here. I mean, he might be able to get this iron resource in addition to the ones. Yeah, that'll be. So he's going to have iron for sure. Oh no, not if he moves over here. Note that no one has gone for another religion yet. All right, so floodplain spot with the. Oh, geez, he could have the gems too. Because this is not under jungle. He could just literally mine the gems immediately. Sheesh. Oh man, this is looking really good for Caesar at the start. Again, no guarantees or anything. He does need to grab an iron source, but I feel like he will get this one at some point. Yeah, he did miss iron. He missed this iron resource though. He probably should have settled it, but whatever. Shaka's got a city too, so Shaka's gone down here. He's got a double food resource, including cows, that's a little easier to grab because it doesn't need border expansion. Might be able to get the gems, although J-Man's culture will dispute that. So that's the first 2 cities. Let's see, so there should be some more settlers out on the map right now. Also note, no one researching another religion yet. This is not a religious group at all, and I think you're seeing that. All right, so De Gaulle's got a settler out over here. Let's watch where this one's going. Oh, geez, Caesar already going for ironworking. He's going to have like a turn 35 ironworking. That's crazy. All right, so De Gaulle settled here. Not great, not terrible. The bad thing for De Gaulle is he keeps pushing up into the tundra. Like, this is not territory he needs to claim early. But he's got double food resources and copper once border expands and the spices, so it's not terrible or anything. Freddy, yeah, so Freddy's expanded, and why he's picked this spot is beyond me. This is a... Like, Frederick needs to be pushing up this river valley as soon as possible. Instead, he settles in the icy tundra. I mean, there's a fish resource, but he's got to expand borders. That's pretty lousy. And Suleiman also gets a 3rd city. This one's not bad. Floodplains, he's got pigs in the 2nd ring, stone. Nice for building walls and some of the wonders, so not bad. Alright, so let's just keep advancing. J-Man should be getting a settler out too, somewhere. No, oh, he's got a settler up here, guarded by a warrior. Okay. Pretty jungly spot, but a lot of resources. Double food resources and horses, not bad. Wouldn't say that's too bad. Caesar apparently still managed to make his capital unhappy. A lot of good terrain here, though, and geez. Alright, so this is, again, the benefit of imperialistic. You can really crank those settlers out 4 turns. We'll see if he goes for the iron. He will be able to see it by the time he finishes this, so that's kind of nice. I am still waiting for someone to go for a religion. Freddy has bronze working now. Suleiman is the score leader right now, but that's mostly just due to the fact that his borders popped early from the Holy City, not really reflecting too much of what he's actually doing right now. I will say that J-Man has not been crushed as much as I thought he might be. Like, it looks like he might be able to get a decent amount of land, because we haven't seen Suleiman really push in his direction, and Shaka hasn't done... Well, I guess Shaka has pushed in his direction, but not as badly as I thought he might. Alright, so De Gaulle going... Alright, De Gaulle looks like he's finally going to get the second religion. This is going to be the latest time for a second religion ever in these games. He's going for Stonehenge, and he's going for meditation, so it looks like he's going to be the one to grab that. And J-Man is on double settler, as you said. Yeah, double settler. Going to crash his economy pretty good, but... Caesar's got a settler out, it looks like. Yep, in this direction here. That's a worker. Where else are there settlers on the map? Looks like there's one here from James. Nope, double workers. Never mind. Shaka, I think, just finished one too. Alright, Shaka's got one out. And De Gaulle's got one over here. So De Gaulle's about to settle, I think. Yep. Alright, so De Gaulle is actually the first to 4 cities. This is a pretty crummy spot. I guess long term it can be good, but there's not really any usable resources here. So that's, yeah, not the best. Maybe Caesar's going to go for this iron. He might be heading for it. I mean, this would be a junk city, but it is worthwhile for Caesar just to get iron immediately. And he's already got the gems connected, so he's up to double metal resources. That's the word I'm looking for. And if he can expand borders here, I don't think he's researched... Oh, never mind. He has researched mysticism. I was going to say, I don't know if he's researched mysticism. Once he pops the borders, he'll have ivory as well. Ooh, alright, so there's the iron. There it is, there's the iron. Where did Christianity pop up? Oh, it popped up in this little city. And De Gaulle also finishes Stonehenge too. Alright, so now there is some danger for De Gaulle. If Islam spreads to everybody in the south, De Gaulle could be in some diplomatic trouble later on. Yeah, so this is a total junk city. It just has the oasis and that's it. But it grabs iron, so it's probably worth settling just to get the iron. And look, just look at the map here, right? If I show the culture, look at Caesar. He really should not have gotten this territory. So I guess it's not really Shaka and Suleiman so much as Caesar who squeezed J-Man. Freddy actually has been left largely alone so far. And yeah, you immediately rush into that Christian monastery in a size 1 city. Alright. Of course, they do need to road over here in order to connect the iron. I'm sorry if I'm focusing so much attention on Caesar, it's just he's the heavy favorite in this game, so I'm trying to keep an eye on what he's doing. Alright, J-Man gets this city. Well, talk about a city with no food. This is a really lousy city. I don't know why he would pick this spot. I guess he's getting pretty squeezed already, so maybe that's it. Yeah, poor Portugal's going to run out of land. Already chariots roaming around. Caesar wants the okay, this is probably a wasted build, but I guess it does give more production. Still, you'd think he could use his production a little smarter than this. Shaka now has bronze working as well. He has founded a city up here. I don't know what the part of this city is either. That's a pretty weak spot. Freddy's well on track to die second, perhaps. He is fairly isolated. That said, diplomatically, where's Freddy? He's already De Gaulle's worst enemy. He'll probably be the worst enemy of other leaders too, once they meet him. So Caesar grabbed this city as well. Another iron spot. Of course he needs the pop borders there. He still is not connected his iron, so keep that in mind. Needs to get workers over here to connect that. Still building roads. Alright. So there's still a third religion available at monotheism that no one's particularly chasing after right now. Also, Suleiman, what is he doing? He's still on 3 cities. Surprised he hasn't gotten more than that by now. Building the Great Wall. Alright, there's his 4th city. And we're on turn 50, so let's get a quick overview. He did settle on copper here, but it's not the greatest spot. The Gaul's on pyramids. Geez, he likes building his wonders, doesn't he? Alright, let's zoom out and get an overview. So here's what we're looking at in terms of territory. Man, Freddy is really weak. The only thing helping Freddy is he's a long way away from anyone else right now, but geez, is he in a weak position. Oh, also, I didn't even realize this. Okay, so this, alright, well, if you had J-Man as first to die, this is definitely hankering down hankering in that direction, settling in this spot here. Look at the diplomacy. The Gaul's annoyed. The Gaul's also annoyed towards J-Man. Let's see, so this is how people feel about J-Man. Cautious, annoyed, pleased, cautious. Okay, so it isn't really too much hatred yet. Let's look at the bar graphs. 50 turns is pretty early in the game. Yeah, so Caesar is the early lead, as you'd expect, because of those silver tiles. And then de Gaulle is second, but a lot of de Gaulle is really culture, not actually research there. Caesar's leading there. Food is pretty close, except Freddy's trailing. Power, Caesar's first, Freddy's last. They're relatively close. Culture, yeah. Right now, Suleiman from his holy city, and then de Gaulle. De Gaulle's probably going to pass him because he's got Stonehenge. No one's creative in this game either. No creative, no financial. Oh wait, no, Freddy's creative, right? No, he's philosophical organized. He's not creative. Okay. If you're curious about research rates so far, Caesar 24 beakers, Suleiman 22, de Gaulle 17, Freddy 21. So they're all roughly even. Oh, except J-Man, he's way behind. And oh, geez, Shaka, you might want to get some actual beakers there, buddy. 6 beakers per turn. All right. 6 beakers per turn. He was creative before the second expansion. Gotcha. All right. All right, here comes the workers roading towards the iron. All right, Suleiman gets the Great Wall. I mean, he's pretty sheltered from barbarians, so I don't think that's going to matter. Shaka, though, grabbing this spot and boxing him in a little bit. Suleiman is just definitely in the middle of everyone. You would think Freddy would be expanding, but he's not. I wonder if, like, Suleiman needs to get down here and start claiming some of this. Or de Gaulle or Caesar, I guess they all have a decent shot at it as well. Alright, Caesar's pushing further east right now. Look, he's got a chariot and settler pair. Kind of a weird pairing, but... Oh, I think he's going to settle here. Jeez, is he going to get gold as well? Is he going to have silver, gems, and gold? Jesus Christ, this guy is off to a great start. Alright. Yep, that's a nice city spot. Okay, and now Suleiman has grabbed this city spot over here too. Yeah, Freddy, you're running out of land already. I don't know what you're doing, buddy. Yeah, so, I mean, in addition to everything else, eventually he will build forges, and, like, he'll get +3 happy from forges, which is really, really nice. He's not industrious, so he doesn't get the half-cost forges, but still... Oh, and Caesar... Ooh, okay, well, this is really big. Caesar's about to found his own religion. That could be bad for Caesar, because it means he's not going to like Suleiman and de Gaulle. It'll be interesting to see how these religions spread. He's also connecting the ivory now, too. Jeez, he's going to have so many happiness and health resources. His cities are just going to be so large in comparison to other leaders. Like, look at Shaka. He has no happiness resources. He can't get his cities past size, like, 3 or 4. It just... Having all those resources really makes a big difference. Like, he's whipping these cities, and he's still getting... And he finishes the Moai now. So he's got... Just has a lot of production for this early in the game. I don't know why he's... Oh! He had this tile pillaged. He actually had a mine here, and it got pillaged. Anyway, it'll be good for Caesar because it gets him into Praetorian Wars. Yeah, I suppose that's one way to look at it. Anyway. So, yeah, we will... likely see the first wars relatively soon. Look at J-Man now, like, cramming cities into every little nook and cranny. All right, so Antium, not surprisingly, is the city where the Confucianism pops up. It's usually the non-capital city that has the highest population. All right, yeah, this is a great start for Caesar. Really, really good start. I'm less certain about the other leaders, but I'm pretty confident that Caesar's off to a great start. What Caesar needs now is for Suleiman to spread, like, Islam over to Freddy, because then he will just hate Freddy. Also, de Gaulle is... did de Gaulle get another city? No, he's still on 4. I thought he had a 5th one. Oh, well. Shaka, though, is expanding. See, this is one thing I like about Shaka. The dude sucks at economy, but he does expand. He's always good at that. And yes, he picks dumb wars, but like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got to 7 cities already. And like some of this territory is probably more than you'd think he would get. J-Man's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 7, excuse me. Caesar's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, a lot of these Portuguese cities are fairly low quality, but he does have them. Freddy's still on 3. Still on 3. So yeah, the religious situation I think is really curious. Yeah, so now Caesar's flipped. All right, so now let's see. Again, the only ones who really are, only place there's annoyed so far is de Gaulle towards Frederick and Joao. That's it. Wait until we see more of those purple text, people disliking one another. I literally don't know what Freddy's doing. I guess he's building swords. Caesar is still not building any Praetorians yet, so keep that in mind. He's clearly not plotting war yet, which is probably good. He probably should continue expanding first. Let's see if anyone else might be plotting war. Shaka's building a lot of units, but Shaka always builds a lot of units. Yeah, we should reveal the map right now. Good suggestion. Just because that way any city captures will get. It also helps with wonder notifications too. De Gaulle has got a decent little stack up here. The barbs are still poking around, yeah. Now he's building his first Praetorian. And building the Oracle, apparently. Whatever, man. Whatever. Alright, yeah, he's got some Praetorians coming out. So now we're kind of waiting for the first war to break out. There's still enough of the map left to settle that it might be a little while longer, but it's probably not too far off because they have filled up the map to a decent extent. Oh, Shaka converts to Caesar's religion. All right, this is good for me. I want the Bash brothers, Caesar and Shaka, teaming up to fight everybody else off. What would be really disastrous for Joao would be if he adopted either Christianity or Islam. That would be really bad. Oracle for metal. Oh my God, metal casting would be amazing for Caesar. Yeah, if he oracled metal casting, that would be pretty absurd. Just look at the power bar graph, see if anybody's power is spiking. Not really. They're all pretty close. No one is like way behind in power. Not yet, at least. All right, so he did get the oracle. Oh, and he did it, you guys. He went for metal casting. You can tell because he's got the forge. Jeez, man, his AI is just playing so smart today. And yeah, he might be able to flip this city. Good point. This city still has no culture in it yet. So there's no pressure on the city yet. The city does have to pop borders in order to put pressure, but once it does in 15 turns, there's a decent chance that the city does culturally flip. Yeah, he's just going to have so much happiness. Like, he's about to connect this gold resource, too. You can see they're roading over here. Man, this is like a tour de force from Rome so far. Now, again, I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. Rome hasn't eaten anyone yet, but it does feel like, unless Caesar gets into a terrible diplomatic situation, it feels like it's just a matter of time until he starts to take control of this game. Like, with the Praetorians and with all of these happiness resources, it's just, he's off to a really strong start. Yeah, you build those Moai statues. Oh my God, what happened here? What is going on here? Like, what is Freddy doing? I'm going to take a screenshot of that just because I'm like, why does he have 4 unhappy faces in his city? Yeah, so Cologne. All right, so this is a pretty good spot. He needs health resources, though. Where is seafood? The city's not connected. It's not connect. Okay, so he needs to build a road. No wonder it's. I was like, he's got seafood. Yeah, he's got plenty of health resources. Just needs to connect this city. It looks like he narrowly beat Suleiman to this spot, so we might see an Ottoman city go down in this area. That city just popped borders. Yeah, so Freddy did get to a 4th city. It's just he's put himself in a really weak situation. And now he's got the missionaries. I wonder if he'll try to spread Confucianism to some of the other leaders. The other nice thing about the Oracle is it will eventually produce a great prophet too. Which would be then useful for the Confucian shrine. What's Shaka doing up here? Just running units around. Oh, he's getting ready to attack this Barb city. Okay, so that's nice for Shaka. If he could grab this city, which has already hit size 2, will not auto-raise if he's able to capture it. Looks like his attack failed, though. Oh my goodness, and look at that. Wow, okay. So apparently Joao just decided he didn't want this city, and Caesar, I mean, okay, let's just give Caesar another free city, okay. He was just like, yeah, okay, I'll give you that city for free. Jeez. Some of you are just like, sigh. And here comes the Confucian missionary blitz. It looks like he's sending some of them to Freddy, though, so Freddy might convert to his religion. That would make Freddy less likely to be the first to die. Yeah, so right now the only annoyed is De Gaulle towards Frederick. Caesar, oh, he really likes Joao, although he will declare it. Remember, Caesar will declare it pleased, so it doesn't necessarily mean anything. He's cautious towards Freddy. Doesn't like to go, oh, because of the religious tension, that's right. De Gaulle's score is also looking pretty good, but again, a lot of that's inflated just due to, oh, that's unfortunate. So Freddy does go to Confucianism, so we're seeing everybody in the south is converted to, Caesar's got a lot of religious allies now too, which is also a good sign for him. Why is De Gaulle number 2? He's got a lot of territory as a result of popping borders, and he's also got the wonders that also has increased his score. But the other thing is he's got happiness resources, so his cities are a little bit larger, so that's helping him too. He does only have 4 cities though, and like this is the reason why I did not pick De Gaulle as my second place, because he just doesn't expand very well. He's a poor leader at expanding. Like I would rather be Shaka and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities right now over De Gaulle, who has 4, even though Shaka, okay, well, okay, Shaka's research is absolute garbage right now, but long term it's always better to have more land. Oh, he built a great lighthouse too? Okay. Not a lot of cities on the coast, but hey, more trade routes are more trade routes, right? Even if it's just in 2 cities. I think Caesar's got the best research economy right now too. He's at 30, okay, he's at 33. Suleiman, oh god, Suleiman's at 8. Ugh. Gaul's at 16, Freddy's at 20. Yeah, he's got the best research economy by a good margin right now. Shaka's at 18. So this silver was mine, and then it got pillaged by the Barbs. It's been pillaged by the Barbs twice, I think. There's also a Barb city down here, but this one will just auto-raise, so there's not any real gain to going after it. So De Gaulle's going to get the pyramids as well. Oh. Oh, hello. Oh, okay. Double war declarations. Okay. De Gaulle has declared on Frederick, and what was it? Suleiman declares on Shaka? Right? Was that it? Suleiman declares on Shaka. What? Where is... What the... Where does Suleiman even have an attack stack that would go after Shaka? I don't even see a force. Maybe he attacked the city and failed. Well, anyway, update the war count. 2. And we've already seen our first attack on Freddy. De Gaulle. Oh, somehow I missed this, by the way. I don't think this is going to be enough to push through, but... yeah, I don't even see Suleiman with a stack. Oh, here it is. Okay. Suleiman... Well, this makes Joao a lot less likely to die, because he is... If Shaka and Suleiman are in a different war, they're not likely to declare on him. Yeah. Shaka's actually last in power. Huh, didn't expect to see that. Remove the peak near the Barbed City. Oh, yeah. Good call. Thanks for the suggestion, because otherwise no one will be able to reach this city, and that could like trap AI. Like the AIs get messed up if they can't reach a city. So yes, we do need to remove this peak. Good suggestion. We'll just turn it into a hill instead. Thanks for that suggestion. Yeah, because it like really messes up the AI pathfinding if they can't reach a city. Obviously, I did not expect a barb city to spawn on this tile. Similarly, if one spawned on that tile, we'd have to do the same thing. Anyway, yeah. So I think that Fred, he's got city walls here, right? Yeah, I think Fred's fine against this attack, but this is going to poison the diplomacy for Freddy. Yeah, see, he was able to hold that attack just fine. Oh wait, no, actually they didn't attack yet. Yeah, this city's not going to fall, not with walls in place, but on the diplomacy, yeah, note that we've now got more annoyed faces on here. Then there's always the chance to buy somebody into the war. I just want to see Caesar bought into this war. He's already on construction, so Jesus Christ, he's going to have catapults by the time his first war starts. Catapults plus Praetorians, yeah. But yes, Freddy was able to hold that attack as expected. So this is going to tie up to Gaul in a somewhat pointless war. How about the Shaka-Suleiman war? I'm still trying to find out where Suleiman even has his units. Oh, here they are. Here they are. Sorry, it took me a minute to find them. This city actually could be captured. I think it would just be auto-raised if it did, because I don't think it's ever hit size 2. Let's see. This is an attack that could work. 3 axes, 2 chariots, and archer against archer. Yeah, this should work. Not on the first turn. Gaul goes into representation. Shaka is still trying to capture the Barb City. Alright, and we've got yet another Confucian leader. We've got a big Confucian block now. Everybody's Confucian except Gaul and Suleiman. Oh yeah, elephants too. Well, the elephants are less significant for Caesar because he has Praetorians, but yeah, still. Anyway, so I don't expect De Gaulle to do a whole lot in his war against Freddy, because they're too far away. Oh, this is a nice barb. Why didn't De Gaulle just take this city? Size 4 barb city over here. So this city's probably going to get captured here. Or auto-raised. Yep, so Shaka loses it. He takes the barb city, but he loses his own city. Caesar gets a great profit. That'll probably get him his shrine. I don't think I had the map revealed for that city. But yeah, Suleiman does take that one. Yeah, J-Man definitely is smart to adopt the religion that's popular here. I don't know if, Caesar might have spread it to him as well. See if that changes anything. Okay, so there's hatred here. How about Caesar? How's he feeling? All right, so he is pleased towards Freddy. Ooh, that's unfortunate that he's pleased towards Freddy because he's less likely to declare. Doesn't like De Gaulle, doesn't like... You know what? I think Suleiman might be the first one to die. If Caesar attacks him, then he will be first to die. How about J-Man? He's the other one who's not in a war. Alright, he doesn't like De Gaulle. Interesting. I guess because of the peace weight thing. There's a mountain to the other barb city as well. No, this is fine. They can reach this city. I don't need to remove mountains there. They can reach that one just fine. The issue here, down here, was literally the only way to reach the city was... Like, you couldn't reach the city. That was the issue there. So I think we're okay there. Alright, so yeah, Shaka lost a city, gained a city right now. So Shaka goes into war mode. He'll just be focused on that. And Caesar is starting to open up a pretty clear lead over the rest of the field at this point. Alright, so he gets his shrine too. Not a ton of income yet, but it's just going to make his economy that much better. Also going for the Colossus. Boy, he's doing a lot of wonder building. Okay. I mean, I guess he can. Look at this city. It's already size... He's got 13 happiness. He's already size 10. Building the Colossus. This is just... He's in such a strong position in this game. Shaka has, like, no culture at all. Has he researched mysticism? This is a good question. No, he is not. No mysticism on turn 83. Oh, boy. Yeah, this would be awesome if Caesar trolled us all by winning a cultural victory. I don't think that's going to happen, but I guess we will find out. All right, so De Gaulle's got a new force coming down here. Nowhere near strong enough to take out Frederick City, but it does mean Frederick is just like stuck building units and not doing anything more productive. I don't think the Suleiman-Shaka war is going to do too much more either, but I could be wrong. All right, Shaka building walls. He doesn't have the walls yet, though, so there is that. More turns have passed than the beaker cost of mysticism. Yeah, well said, Whitebeard. Oh, it still says Diablo is the game. Oh, my bad. Thank you for pointing that out. That's the one thing I forgot to do is change over the Twitch broadcast. I am sorry about that. Not that there were probably a lot of people watching classic Diablo anyway, but let's fix the broadcast. That was the one thing I forgot to do. All right, now it says Civ4. Also, we have 137 people watching, which is, wow, that's a lot. Thanks to all of you for coming out. Okay. I mean, J-Man could still be first to die if Caesar attacks him, because Caesar's really strong. It could still happen. Caesar also tossed down a city here, which is not going to be very helpful unless he manages to take that city from Suleiman. Yeah, both of the current wars are not really doing much. It's more like we're waiting to see if Caesar jumps into a war. Oh, the Gaul is apparently working on the barbs, not attacking Frederick right now. Oh, here comes in. This is a more legit stack, but I think de Gaulle's going to need construction before he has any realistic chance. Caesar is just like an entire age ahead of everyone else. They're all in like the ancient age, and he's like mid-classical already. Like, I look at his capital, and I'm just like, oh my god. I mean, look at these seafood tiles. 5 food, 1 production, 3 commerce. It's like he's a financial leader here. Anyway. Or he's playing late-game Dutch with the dikes. Anyway. So yeah, it feels like we're just kind of waiting for Caesar to enter this war. Here we go. Freddy's marching north, and de Gaulle's marching south. Ships passing in the fog. They both got a decent-sized stack here. Who moves first? De Gaulle moves first, so he can attack first if he wants. Let's see who wins this little clash. What? Okay. Looks like I think de Gaulle won that one because I think Frederick won that one because he just got a great general. And meanwhile, Shaka is starting to build up a decent force. He needs catapults though, and he is a long way away from construction. Yeah, he doesn't have writing or math, much less construction. 11 turns for horseback riding, not a positive sign. Hey, buddy, get some monuments so your cities can expand borders. Anyway, de Gaulle is at least heading in that direction. Caesar still does not seem eager to declare war right now, so we're just kind of watching the minnows fight it out. Yeah, Freddy won. All right, here we go again. Another round of combat between these two. All of Freddy's units are city raiders, so if de Gaulle attacks, he should win this. Neither one of them attacked each other. They just walked past each other. Okay. They must have both had city attack as their mission. Shaka attacked this city, but again, he's not going to take a city on a hill with walls until he has catapults, so he's literally just wasting his time at the moment. Meanwhile, J-Man's just hanging out, biding his time. So is Caesar. I want to look. Let's see. So he, again, annoyed here. Doesn't like de Gaulle. Not thrilled about Suleiman either. And Caesar he's actually friendly with J-Man now. Okay, so he's not gonna. It doesn't look like Portugal is gonna be first to die, folks. And yeah, it's de Gaulle and Suleiman are the ones he doesn't like. So Suleiman would probably be the most likely target. But again, Caesar will declare war at pleased, so you never know quite what he's going to do. He just finished monarchy tech. He is really lapping the field right now. So we got 2 different stacks here, kind of walking by each other. And similarly, there's a German stack heading north and a French stack heading south. Oh, Cologne doesn't have walls yet. That city could fall because he hasn't bothered to build city walls there, although he probably will. He's not an idiot when this force shows up. The city is probably still okay, but without walls, there is a chance at least it could fall. Also, de Gaulle taking over that spot where Shaka had a city raised earlier. At this point, no one's going to... no, someone's going to die. Caesar's not going to go the whole game without declaring war. 0% chance of that. These attacks are just pointless because there's city walls in both sides, so the cities will never fall. They're literally just trading units to no point right now. I'm surprised that there's not been more focus on this Barb City. I think de Gaulle has decided to go after it, maybe? What about Freddy's stack? Still wandering around up here. Not sure what it's doing. Alright, sign your meaningless open borders. Rome is just cranking out the wonders right now. Really surprising. Oh, and look at this. Rome gets a city here. I don't know if I noticed this before. Rome gets a city here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles away from Berlin. It's like 15 tiles away from capital. Also settled this spot. Is there a seafood resource? Okay, I don't know why he picked this spot. Pretty lousy spot for a city. Oh well. More cities is more cities. And apparently de Gaulle decided instead of attacking the city on the border with no walls, he would go for this city that does have walls. I can't see him getting this unless he is absurdly lucky with dice rolls. Like, I guess it's always possible he could get some ridiculous dice roll, but it doesn't seem likely. Alright, and we're 100 turns into the game. As Caesar finishes the Hanging Gardens. Alright, so they finally signed peace. Okay, so their war, which was almost completely pointless, has now finally ended. And that means that now Suleiman and Shaka are both free to join other wars, because they won't enter a new war while they're already in a war. Alright, let's reveal the map. So de Gaulle and Freddie are the only current war going on. Alright, bar graphs. I think they're all going to show Rome pretty far ahead. Yeah, Rome's way ahead in economy. De Gaulle's reason is closer, but again, I think a lot of this is culture from de Gaulle. But I think he does have the second best economy thus far. Production, as you'd expect, Rome's in first. Food, de Gaulle's in second. The fact that de Gaulle's practicing a religion that no one else practices is a problem, though. Power, Rome's in first. Shaka's, after trailing for a while, is now in second. Freddie's last, as you would expect. Culture, Rome's really coming on, is catching up to the French. Suleiman's fallen back a little bit. Looks like de Gaulle's going for Berlin. I mean, he might. I don't know quite what he's doing. We want to look at the Diplo. Pretty much the same as when we looked at it before. Suleiman. All right, so Suleiman, actually his worst relationship is with Frederick, not with Shaka, somewhat surprisingly. Similarly, Shaka he's +4, but he's only cautious toward Frederick. Only cautious towards J-Man. Cautious towards Suleiman, even though one of them declared war on him. Can't capture cities with monuments. A good summary of Shaka. Can't capture cities with monuments. He is going to writing, so he'll have libraries, which is another way to expand borders, albeit a much more expensive way. How many cities does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cities? Boy, he really needs these Hamans. His happiness situation is not great there. So now, yeah, we're just kind of chilling right now. Oh, yeah, that attack that de Gaulle launched didn't actually achieve anything. Not a surprise. Similarly, Fred's own attack up here didn't achieve anything. But note that de Gaulle has made it to catapults, or construction. So he does have catapults, so his next attack is much more likely to be successful because he will be able to remove the city walls. So he still might be able to finish off Fred as first to die. Like, that's still in play here. Caesar's just building all the wonders right now. Continue to be surprised he is not plotting war against somebody. Like, the mausoleum's a very nice... yeah, note the libraries. Shaka realizes he needs to expand borders and starts cranking out the libraries. Alright, Haman's being built right now for the happiness and health in Ottoman territory. And again, the real question is, when will de Gaulle put together a stack with catapults in it? He's got one finished so far. Also has a great merchant randomly wandering around. Alright, we'll sign the open borders. Okay. Still at war with Frederick as expected. Alright, well, this is the war a lot of you guys expected to see. Alright, so Shaka, I don't know if this is going to be easy for Shaka. He's probably going to need some help. We'll see if he can pull someone else into it. Alright, so Shaka against J-Man. Let's check their relative power. Shaka does have the power lead. So this was the war people were expecting. I don't think Shaka wins this too easily if it's 1v1. The problem is Shaka does not have catapults, so it's going to be really tricky for him to make his way through these defenses. Like, there's going to be walls in every Portuguese city. Can he rope Caesar in? It's a good question. Obviously, if Caesar was roped into either side of the war. So Caesar gets a minority religion. I wouldn't expect much to come out of that. That's from him finishing Code of Laws. So now he'll get his courthouses up, which again are half price because he's organized. And that'll shrink his costs a fair bit. Still don't understand this city, but whatever. Yeah, so the real action right now is, this is Shaka's big stack. Well, he's got a lot of units in it. Maybe, oh, okay. The city's not that well defended. Oh, here's the Portuguese stack. So here's their two big forces. Let's see what the two of them decide to do with. Alright, so J-Man moved his stack back into the city. That's a smart move. If he's... Yeah, he certainly should keep his units together. It's a lot of attacking units, but with those city walls, those archers can hold out against a lot. He needs some axes, though. Axes are what he needs against all those swords. Oh, here they are. Here's his... Why did he move these units out of the way? Whatever. They must be on city attack mission or something like that. Let's see. Alright, so... That did not go well for the defenders. Shaka killed... Oh, Freddy got that city. Okay, huh. And another minority religion for France. So this actually went pretty well for the Zulus. They didn't get the city on the first push, but I think they're going to get it on the next turn. A whole bunch of swords with City Raider were able to take that. It looks like Shaka's going to lose a city in turn to Portugal, though. So this is kind of weird. Well, the thing is, the AI units all have missions assigned to them, so these units must have attack instead of defense. So it looks completely idiotic, but that's... you tend to see that. So there's a decent chance they're going to trade cities here. So that was costly, but Shaka was able to force his way through. This city does not have walls, so it should fall pretty easily. Not on the first turn, though. Not as easily as I thought, apparently. Let's see if he can take it on this turn. Alright, so yes, they do indeed end up trading cities. Shaka's position definitely looks better, though. Because, like, I think Shaka has a much firmer hold on this city. Yeah, Shaka's got a lot of units. Now, if De Gaulle could get off his butt and finish off Freddy first, so I can get those first-to-die points for Germany. Yeah, Caesar still doesn't seem interested in. He's not plotting war at the moment. How about power? Ooh, yeah. So they both took hits. Both Shaka and Joao took hits, but Shaka could afford to lose units more. And Caesar's just off in his own category. He's going to have maces, I think, before he even gets to use those Praetorians. That said, De Gaulle does have a stack with catapults in it coming down over here. Although it won't be a cinch to take some of these cities. Because Fred has a decent amount of units now, too. So I think they're both just like rebuilding their stacks over here. Yeah, Caesar's very far ahead right now. Alright, so Shaka's city does come out of resistance. This city looks like it's going to be recaptured by Shaka. Oh, and we got our apostolic palace. It's religion. It's Christianity. I'm not sure how much success De Gaulle's going to have with that because no one else seems to be following that religion. Okay, so we got to put Christianity in here. That didn't screw up the holy city, did it? No. All right. Let's see how far spread Christianity is right now. Christianity. Very poorly spread. It's only in 3 cities in the whole world. Okay. Yeah, not very well spread. Only 3 cities as far as I can tell. That said, Shaka's about to take this back, and it looks like Shaka might legit start to be snowballing this war against J-Man. Oh, hello, what's this? Suleiman's got a little stack here. Looks like de Gaulle's force didn't do that well. I think Suleiman might be getting ready to start a war here. With de Gaulle? Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe they're just on the border. Yep, so Freddy continues to hold out for the moment. Oh! And their war finally comes to a close. After not much really happening. Freddy somehow came out on top in the war because he took the Barb City. Alright, so that's that for that war. I was hoping that de Gaulle could finish off Frederick, but he seems to be hanging in there right now. Where's how people feel about Frederick? Alright, Caesar's pleased. Wish they didn't have the same religion. Suleiman's cautious. De Gaulle's annoyed. And Shaka's cautious, but again, he's in a war, so he's not going to do anything. So maybe it is Portugal who's next up on the chopping block, or first up on the chopping block. We'll see. Shaka still doesn't have catapults or anything close to them. I'm just surprised that Caesar has been so peaceful in this. Oh, wait, hello, what's this? I think Suleiman might be about to attack. Yep, that looks like a war declaration. Yep. So he is the worst enemy of Suleiman and de Gaulle. Let's wait for it. Shaka does have catapults. Alright, so another war deck. 4. Suleiman does not have catapults though, so this is not going to be enough to get through there. And you guys are right, Shaka does have catapults. Alright, well if Shaka has catapults, then that might spell doom for Portugal, because Portugal only has 5 cities left. Not much territory. Can Freddy even bribe in Caesar? I mean, it's possible. Caesar doesn't like Suleiman that much. See? He's -5 with Suleiman. The only reason this is not annoyed is because they have identical piece weight. They're both 4, so it's very hard for Caesar to have bad relations with Suleiman. Anyway, this attack should not work because this city has walls in it and quite a few units on defense, so I can't see this working. Oh, hey, what happened to all those Ottoman units? Oh, yeah, they attacked and then they all died. Died very badly. Shaka still does not have any catapults in his main stack, but okay, sure, we'll sign open borders with you. But he might not, yeah, but apparently he can just punch, he had enough units just to punch through anyway. So this is definitely not looking good for Joao. And I did add the Apostolic Palace religion. Yeah, I think that I think the community might be right on this. I think Portugal looks like they're going to be finished off. The big reason why my prediction of... Oh, here's another attack force here. The big reason why my prediction of Freddy being first to die has not panned out is just because Caesar has not attacked him. Like, I was right. France attacked him. Ottomans attacked him. But Rome has been peaceful. Rome has not gone for a single attack yet, which is totally bizarre. Shaka is also making a name for himself. His economy is still horrible, but I'm not sure it's going to matter if he gets all of the Portuguese territory. He's going to be in pretty strong position in the game. Yeah, and Statue of Zeus also popped up in Rome. Still, at some point, you'd think that Caesar, he is a quite aggressive leader, would attack somebody. He seems to be happy just building wonders and converting people to Confucianism right now, which is very weird for him. Just building all the wonders. This is like Augustus Caesar, not Julius Caesar right now. Anyway, so right now it's actually Frederick who's putting Suleiman under siege, which is pretty funny because he has, yeah, this little fort. He has 1 catapult here. It's working on Konya. And meanwhile, alright, so Shaka attacked once at Lisbon and failed. Now he's pulled 2 catapults next to the city and they're working on the defenses. And once he gets the defenses down, he should be able to capture the city, you would think. Joao just attacked him, but wasn't able to kill the stack. He got a lot of units low, but he wasn't able to finish it off. And here comes the rest of Shaka's units over here. Pretty big fight over here. Yeah, feudalism would definitely help. De Gaulle finished the shrine for Christianity. De Gaulle's back to doing his wonder building thing. He has settled a fair amount of the tundra north at this point. And Freddy is still sieging up Konya. Oh, by the way, thanks for subscribing, J.R. Regan. Yeah, same thing. The Apostolic Palace is kind of useless because it's like no one has Christianity in their cities, so it's kind of pointless right now. Yeah, J-Man is still trying to hold his capital. He's got a lot of units very low, but he hasn't quite managed to finish off some of these catapults that are slowly taking out the defenses in Lisbon. A little bit at a time. Also, this city, the defenses are down here, but the problem is now there's longbows. So it's probably not going to fall to Freddy's attackers. No, it looks like it held. De Gaulle just went into police state, which is kind of interesting. And free religion. That makes his Apostolic Palace pretty useless. How did that affect the diplomacy, him going into free religion? Alright, so he still hates Frederick, and he's cautious towards like everyone else. Pretty much. Yeah, De Gaulle into police state is weird. No, Rome's Iceball City is not an ex-barbarian spot. Just a place he settled down in the tundra for whatever reason. Alright, Rome is building more units now. Also Sistine Chapel. So could be plotting war. So the defenses are down in this city. I don't know if there's enough units to take it. Then again, most of the defenders do. Alright, so here's the problem for J-Man. His units don't get defensive bonuses. War Elephant, War Elephant, War Elephant. Horse Archers, Catapults. The only units that actually get a defensive bonus are the Spear and the Archer. So yeah, this should probably be enough, especially with enough Catapults to siege the units, to do collateral damage. Alright, so he didn't get it on that turn, but look, there's only Catapults left in this city. A lot of injured units on the part of J-Man. Alright, so Fred and Suleiman signed peace. That didn't end up doing anything overall. Yeah, Caesar is going to have caps while everyone's running around with medieval stuff. He's just, for whatever reason, he's building all the wonders. I don't quite understand why he's been so peaceful in this game. If you look at his power, it's like way above everybody else's. I don't quite get why he's not attacking anyone. Like, there's leaders he doesn't like very much. He doesn't like Suleiman. He's not much on De Gaulle either. So, meanwhile, it's just Shaka who's, like, slowly taking down oh, wow. Portugal was able to get some longbows in there. Boy, this is, like, quite a siege going on at Lisbon. Just managed to get a longbow in there, like, just in the nick of time. Maybe he can hold here. Oh, never mind. There's more units coming. Sooner or later, more units will show up. This is quite a battle. Now we're down to just 3 defending units. Most of the attackers are dead, too. This is a total bloodbath, but I still think Shaka comes out ahead. Nope, another longbow. But with these reinforcements coming in, yeah, this should be it. Down to just 1 catapult left in the city. Yeah, so Shaka just wearing this down over like turn after turn after turn of heavy fighting. But, I mean, it's worth it. He just got the capital city. And then they both ask the Observer Civ for help in their war. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Portugal. Once the capital falls, he's pretty much done. So I think a whole bunch of you are about to get points for first to die here. Shockingly, Freddy is still hanging in there, despite his horrendously bad start. Yeah, he's not building units. For whatever reason, he's not interested in fighting anybody. I don't quite understand it, but Rome is just being peaceful right now. Caesar's on liberalism already. quite get it. Well, anyway. So the only thing that's really going on right now is just the ongoing Zulu campaign here. Also, don't get too attached to Suleiman. He's the only one practicing Islam in a world where everyone else is Confucian, so I don't expect him to last too long. Been pretty peaceful, though, outside of this war here. Yeah, Shaka's definitely got enough to take out this this city, and really the remainder of Portugal. There's not much left. Now Caesar's just building universities. What has gotten into him in this game? I don't understand why he's so peaceful. He's like, alright, time to build universities everywhere. But he's really far ahead of everyone else. He's going for democracy right now. Gonna get like a turn 160 Statue of Liberty or something absurd. Oh, what did he pick with liberalism? Yeah, that's kind of what I was curious about. Probably, I think it was nationalism. Looks like nationalism. Remember, he has the mausoleum as well, so Taj will give him the extended golden age. Oh, de Gaulle just declared war too. Alright, apparently he wanted to get in on the action as well. Okay, well, that definitely means that Portugal is going to die first. Oh, well. Looks like my pick did not work. I was pretty confident Frederick would be the first to go, but does not look like that's going to be the case. Shaka has been climbing the leaderboard a little bit because he's been getting almost all the territory from this war. This was a tough map for Portugal. Definitely not a great starting position. There goes Caesar's Golden Age. Let's see. Yeah, so that has gotten that's gotten de Gaulle up to pleased with Caesar. The one he really doesn't like is Suleiman. So it looks like France might get one city here because I'm not sure where Shaka is focusing. But it doesn't appear to be at Coimbra. Oh, I guess never mind. Shaka did come over here. Alright, so who's going to get this? De Gaulle moves before Shaka, so I'm assuming de Gaulle is going to be the one who captures this. Yep. Now Shaka will turn and focus that last city. Let's do an overview after Portugal's gone. That's probably the next time to look at things like that. Alright, so now all the units walk in this direction towards the last remaining city once they heal up. Alright, so Rome, alright, maybe this is why Rome didn't attack anyone. Rome was focused on killing this barb city, perhaps. Sometimes the barb cities do weird stuff with the pathfinding for the leaders. So he sent like a monster force to kill that barb city that was size 1. Alright, Freddy. Alright, I think Shaka's going to get this city. It looks like he's the... Well, maybe not. We'll see. He does have to get rid of the defenses. Maybe de Gaulle slips in while he's taking care of the defenses. There's a lot of units here between the two of them. Can't get an accurate count. Alright, so Shaka did get it. He gets the kill credit as well. Pretty deserving. I mean, he did almost all the work. This city's also going to be under pressure from Rome. Alright, so first to die is in fact Portugal. The community is right. I am wrong. My pick of Freddy did not happen. I still don't think Freddy sees the end of this game, though. Alright, let's put it in the spreadsheet. Alright, so a whole bunch of you just got a ton of points, because more than half of the community had this. So good call on that in the picking contest. Alright, so he goes down turn 155. Game 3, and then Shaka gets the kill. Shaka, you know, he He sucks at economy, but he seems to rack up a decent amount of kills every year. As I said, he's not a good leader, but he's better than a lot of these green puffs that we have in these games. All right. Wisdom of the crowd, indeed. All right, so we roll the map. Let's switch up the music to classical era. And let's look at all the bar graph stuff. All right, so here's our zoomed out map now. Well, it's a little tricky to see with the cultural borders, but yeah, Shaka's gained quite a bit of land. His cities are small in size, but now that he's captured a whole bunch of more resources, his score should pass to Gaul with all these extra cities. This one also, there's a decent chance it'll be gifted over to Rome because it's pretty heavily Roman in terms of culture. We'll see. I would say that Suleiman is most likely to be next up on the chopping block. Freddy will also be in trouble if he ever goes to free religion, which I think is likely at some point. Bar graphs. All right, GMP, yeah, that's a little one-sided in favor of Rome. Okay. I forgot to paint Joel's... No, I didn't. I made it red. Production, okay, this is Golden Age, but he's still ahead regardless. Food... Note that Shaka is zooming up to second place as a result of that. Power, not as decisive as you would think, although Caesar's going to hit the gunpowder-based units way before anyone else, and then his power will be ahead. Culture, yeah, he's going pretty nuts on the culture this game. Really weird. Let's see. Caesar, I'm just looking at Caesar compared to rival best. Yeah, he's got a pretty good lead in most everything right now. How about his... not making too much progress on the cultural victory. One of his top 3 cultural cities is the city he took away from Portugal. But it's only... Oh, he culture bombed this. Okay, that's why it's one of his top cities. I was like, huh, how is this one of his top cities at 1 culture per turn? He culture bombed it. Caesar winning by culture would be kind of a troll move. It's looking less likely he's going to win by domination. I think he wins. I mean, I don't think there's a ton of mystery about that. Barring something really bizarre happening, it's hard to see Caesar losing. But I think domination is looking less likely right now, just because he seems to be on pretty good terms with a lot of these leaders, and he's just been so peaceful in this game. Well, you never know, though. I mean, he could decide to drop the hammer and go aggressive, and then it would be pretty tough for anyone to stop him. Like, maybe he just runs out of stuff to build at some point. Oh, he founded this city. Not that bad. It grabs a seafood resource. Who has Sistine? Caesar has the Sistine Chapel. Free religion, and yeah, free religion can shake things up too. If Caesar drops Confucianism, he'll lose a lot of his shared bonuses. So we're at peace right now. Most likely place for wars to happen will involve Suleiman or Freddy. Suleiman is not that popular because he has his own religion that no one else is following. Shaka doesn't like him because, you know, Suleiman declared war on him in the early days. Everyone else is like literature, metal casting, and Caesar's like, oh, I'm researching corporations. Excuse me. Yeah, the Apostolic Palace is like complete non-entity in this game because the religion it's associated with has no following. Shaka being Shaka, you know he's gonna go after someone at some point. Oh, Coimbra's already revolted once, so if it revolts again, it'll go over to Roman control. Alright, so there's a war just happened on the inner turn. I don't know who it was starting it. Looks like it was Suleiman starting it against Shaka. Maybe Shaka to win by domination. No. So not much peace for Shaka. Right back into a war again. Alright. This is a pretty good stack from Suleiman. 40 units. How do they match up in terms of power? Well, Shaka's higher in terms of power. Where are they on the tech tree? Let's do a tech tree check. Let's save Caesar for last. Alright, Suleiman. He's medieval right now, has engineering, does not have civil service. So he will have pikes, but not maces. And he does have horse archers. Shaka. Shaka is a little bit behind because he doesn't have machinery, but otherwise pretty comparable. Shaka's like 1 tech behind, the 2 of them. Minimap look. Oh, wait. Minimap's not messed up. I thought I had it on the wrong broadcast for a second. All right, Freddy's ahead of the two of them. That's not surprising. He's got a couple more techs. He has feudalism, civil service. He's going for optics right now, so he's a couple techs ahead of them. And de Gaulle is about comparable with Freddy, I'd say. He doesn't have code of laws for some bizarre reason, but he does have guilds, so he can build knights if he ever jumps into one of these wars. Yeah, Shaka Domination, Caesar second. That would be pretty funny. And then there's Caesar, who is a full era ahead in tech right now. Has democracy, has corporation. Going for divine right, for whatever reason, is not much longer until he picks up rifling and then becomes invincible compared to everyone else. Oh, de Gaulle has got a lot of units here. I think he's abandoning this city, it looks like, now that it's up to 8% revolt per turn. I don't know where these units are going, but it looks like he's planning something with them. Because they're like marching back across his territory. Anyway, so this is the main fight here between Shaka and the big stack. Shaka looks like he hit this stack with some catapults, but I don't think that's going to be enough. This city should fall, but Shaka will put his big stack together, and I don't know. Oh, here's Shaka's murder stack over here. So I expect Kłodzka will fall, but there's a decent chance Shaka will then just counterattack and take it back, because Shaka's got his own big 33 unit stack here. And this attack force is taking some damage attacking into longbows on a hill. Yeah, there's the military tradition research. Alright, so as expected, Kłodzka does get captured, but I think Shaka will probably have a good chance to take that back. Wait, where did Shaka's stack go? Oh, here it is. Okay, apparently he's walking towards this city instead. But yeah, here's the Shaka big stack. Let's see what that did to the power bar graph. Just out of curiosity. Gotta wait like a turn for it to cycle through. Alright, let's see. Yeah, pretty big losses on both sides. I'd say roughly even, maybe Shaka. Yeah, roughly even, I'd say. Statue of Liberty, okay. Oh, Freddy joining in. Wow, the dog that roared. No, the mouse that roared. That's what the saying is. All right, Freddy wants into this war too. Could be bad news for Sulaiman. Remember how I said don't get too attached to him? The only one practicing Islam in this world. Not a good sign for him. Good sign for Shaka though. Now this is going to distract attention. I mean, Freddy's doesn't have that much power. Well, I guess he's about the same as Sulaiman at this point. I mean, Fred's not really backstabbing him. Sulaiman attacked him earlier this game, right? Like, Frederick was attacked by the Ottomans, so he's just kind of getting revenge. Caesar doesn't like him either. So we should see a siege starting up there. Might take a little while for the defenses to get taken out, but... I mean, the funny thing would be is if Julius Caesar had joined in this war. Where did Shaka's big? He's been trying to find out where Shaka's big stack went. Here it is. Looks like he lost some units. Certainly should be able to take that back because it's not very well defended. And it doesn't control its own first string borders. Yeah, it feels like it's just a matter of time before Kłodzka gets recaptured. Konya is still... Yeah, Konya looks like it's going to get captured by Frederick. At which point in time it'll be swallowed up by Roman culture and probably gifted over to Rome. Alright, Caesar, geez, enough with all the... It's like, do you think that that's enough? He's also hitting rifling right now, so... Has this city flipped yet? I mean, it's just a matter of time, right? Or no, actually, no. France has gotten enough culture in there that it's not going to flip now. I'm surprised. Not going to control much of the border, but it looks like it's got enough that one little city's going to survive. Yeah, well, Caesar's on one turn away from rifling right now. I'm just really surprised he has not attacked anyone in this game. Meanwhile, up here, Shaka did get his city back. Also, there's just a random Ottoman stack standing around here. Yeah, I don't think Suleiman's going to be long for this world. Yeah, that Ottoman stack just got wiped out. And that's it. And Frederick taking the city. Okay. Again, I'm surprised that Frederick is still hanging in here. Was not the first eliminated. Looks like he won't be the second eliminated either. Caesar does not concern himself with ants. He's got a couple rifles in production, but he's building a lot of research, which means that he's not plotting war if he's building research. Yeah, Germany is like somewhat decent at this point. Like somewhat not completely terrible. Yeah, another kind of pointless apostolic palace vote. Okay, so Caesar apparently refounded on the Barb City location. He's got these furs connected with forts, just because, you know, forts. Roma has no shortage of units. It just seems strangely reticent to put them to use. Yeah, so here's the rifling boom. Woo! All those medieval units get outfitted with rifles. I mean, he would not have any difficulty running over his opponents. Let's just put it that way. Everyone else is still very much in the medieval era right now. It's a pretty good battle between Shaka and de Gaulle for second, but Shaka has the potential to get more territory here. Oh, okay. So de Gaulle going... Oh, well, that's interesting. Now de Gaulle has entered into a war with Freddy. That war's still ongoing. I wonder if Freddy could pull Caesar into a war. Alright, this is a pretty good stack. That's trouble for Freddy, especially because he's already at war with Suleiman. This city isn't even going to help him. This city's going to go over to Rome, because it's completely swamped by Roman culture. And meanwhile, Shaka looks like he's still going to be advancing in the north, now that he's got his city back. Yeah, Caesar's just like, I don't really care what anyone else is doing. Oh. I thought for a second Caesar was building units in all his cities. He's just building it in some. Still building security bureaus, so probably not quite plotting war yet. Also, where's this stack going? This stack with 31 units in it? Sometimes the AI takes really weird paths. Alright. I don't know why he didn't just walk there, but okay. Got hit by with some siege units, but it looks like the stack's still pretty much intact. This poor city. 5% revolt chance. Alright, so here's Shaka's force. He's going to be working on the defenses in Ankara. That'll probably take a while. But Shaka just has so much more territory than Suleiman. Like, don't be fooled. Get rid of the resources. Oh, and now Caesar decides to go into emancipation to make everybody else hate him. Don't be fooled by, like, the borders. It's like, so there's a lot of borders for the Ottomans, but like in terms of actual cities, they only have 5 cities. Shaka's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like 13 to 5 in cities. The production edge is just so huge. It's hard to make. It's hard to win a war like that, especially because technically, Suleiman's also at war with Frederick. This is Pax Romanum simulator. I like that idea. Yeah, Caesar apparently just wants to sit and build. He's shown no interest in fighting. I still don't get that, but yeah, apparently. De Gaulle is at least, like, making progress. He pulled back to heal, I think, for a turn. I think Freddy lost a lot of units in hitting that De Gaulle stat, not culture power. I guess not. Yeah, it's like Caesar's just so far ahead of everyone else. Everyone's at war except Caesar, who's, like, after Shaka, the most aggressive of this group. It's very odd. But anyway, yeah, so Shaka's got this city under siege. Slowly working on it. Shaka's also about to get guilds. Knights would help his war effort, obviously. Knights are really good units. He does have elephants, so it's not quite as big of a jump as it could be. And now this force is... Where is this force going? I don't get it. It's like, can't make up its mind. Alright, just run... De Gaulle just running his units in circles for some reason. Can't quite seem to figure out where to go. If Rome wins without ever declaring war, yeah, that I mean, I would be shocked. We still have a long ways to go, but he's kind of tending in that direction, isn't he? Wins without ever declaring war. Alright, this city's down to 20%. De Gaulle's still running his units in circles, still trying to figure out where to go. I don't understand this stack of 8 catapults with no other units in it. And this city still has like 8% odds to revolt every turn. I came, I saw, I cultured. That's awesome. I don't know. Maybe the mountains are causing problems. I think it's more just this stack keeps getting hit with collateral damage and then stopping to heal. But it could be that, I mean, literally they can walk right through here. Still, people have asked why don't we use the Highlands map script, and this is part of the reason why. The AI really struggles with pathfinding on Highlands. So this city's about to die. There's 3 units heavily damaged still in it. And Shaka's also got his knights coming into the picture. Wow, that's a lot of great generals. Caesar got one as well, so he must have finished fascism as a tech, which gives a free great general. Because that's the only way he could get one. I mean, he's just researching every city. Seems totally locked in on going for a research victory or something. Still, I'd much rather have space as my win condition right now than domination. Anyway, Shaka does get a core city from Suleiman. Nice capture for him. So only 4 Ottoman cities left. De Gaulle's healing with this stack because it took like 8 catapults worth of damage. More of the useless Apostolic Palace. Nothing's really going on. This golden age has ended. Still just building research in like every city. Do you want to see something disgusting? Look at the research totals. Suleiman 191, De Gaulle 242, Freddy 190, Shaka 198, Caesar 1061. It's like 5 times the research output of anyone else. Shaka might attack Caesar? Sure, Shaka will declare on anyone. He is pleased with Caesar, but of course he can declare it pleased. I mean, Caesar's only cautious towards Suleiman. He's only cautious towards De Gaulle. So, like, it's not out of the question that he would attack one of these people, especially Suleiman, you'd think. Alright, now De Gaulle has finally gotten his stack back here. Shaka, alright, Shaka's got a new stack. So this is nice of him. He's got a group that's starting to soften up the defenses while his main force is still healing up there. It's reasonably close between Shaka and De Gaulle as far as who's in second behind Caesar. Like if De Gaulle takes over all of Freddy's territory. Although I guess if Shaka takes over all of Suleiman's territory. Oh, there's no catapults here, so he's just like attacking this city through the city defenses, which is not likely to work. Kind of need some kind of siege units. Alright, now he brought up trebuchets, so they'll take out the defenses. Over here, they're doing the same thing, but there's not enough units following up. This city should fall shortly, because the defenses are down now. Hasn't fallen yet. Actually, De Gaulle's not really making that much progress. Suleiman's the one making progress in this war. Yeah, he's running through, and this city has already revolted to Rome once. Probably flip to Rome. Although I thought this one would flip too, and it hasn't. So maybe not. Hey Rome, you've sure got a lot of units. I guess maybe someone else would... There's always the possibility of someone else declaring on Rome instead of Rome attacking them. Normally the AI will not attack someone who's way ahead of them in power, but we've turned on aggressive AI, so they don't make that check. They ignore the power bar graph when declaring war. Caesar, what is he running? Good question. Caesar is running representation, bureaucracy, emancipation, mercantilism, and organized religion for his civics. Good question. Shaka is still in the process of like grinding down. Yep, so he just got another core city. from Suleiman. Is this city a flipperist? No, there's not much French culture in here, so it's probably okay. So only 3 cities left for Suleiman. This one was under siege, but Suleiman was able to break the siege because Shaka didn't send that many units there. Meanwhile, the attack on Sakai hasn't really worked. Like, Freddy's been able to defend that, at least so far. I think de Gaulle just didn't send enough units. He's trying to heal once again. Oh yeah, they were still at war. And note that Kanya now has gone over to Rome. It did culture flip. So, not really a surprise there. I see you guys spotted it in the chat as well. Oh, hey, Caesar just moved in. I think he just declared war. Or maybe not. Maybe I got my hopes up for nothing. Oh, he moved this catapult, this stack of cavalry right there, and I was like, oh my god, did he just declare war? I was like, no. What a tease. Although he is building a lot of units right now. Like, that's a lot of calves. Do we want to see if he's plotting war? Alright, so we got an incoming war declaration from Mr. JC here. I thought I spotted it based on his builds. Who is he going after? De Gaulle is a decent chance. It's either De Gaulle or Suleiman, one of the two, I think. I mean, he can declare war on Please, so it could technically be anyone. Alright, someone's about to get the hammer tossed down on them. I would guess Suleiman would be my guess, but I don't know. Could be De Gaulle, though. Be real interesting if it's De Gaulle. Hadrian's retired, it's time for Trajan. Or Shaka. I mean, it could be Shaka, but he does have higher relations with Shaka than anyone else. So it's less likely, but it is possible. Caesar will plot war at Pleased. So, like I said, it's not impossible. Shaka is like taking down Suleiman in a really weird fashion. Here comes De Gaulle for yet another attempt at this city. Maybe this will be more successful. And again, Caesar's back to building research, so maybe he gave up, maybe he decided not, maybe he stopped plotting war. I don't know. Oh, we're at turn 200. He is back to building research, so maybe he changed his mind. I don't know, we'll see. Cabs in Ottoman land. Yeah, I mean, these cities, these units are just kind of sitting here. We can definitely change the music. Good suggestion. This is the one I gotta change it to. I think everybody's got feudalism in this game now. JC baited. He might have just fooled us all out by plotting war. I mean, he was plotting war. So right now, Shaka's still working on Bursa. That worthless apostolic palace continues. I didn't know De Gaulle was in a golden age. Yeah, I don't know if he changed his mind or what, but I don't see him with units, building units at least.
It is entirely seemly. A young man killed in battle.
Alright, Observer Civ finished attack.
By the bronze spear.
Reveal map is a good suggestion.
All things appear fair.
Caesar considered starting a war and then had second thoughts. Yeah, pretty much. He's on assembly line right now, about to get factory production. That's one of the uber expensive techs, assembly line. Alright, so this city is finally going to fall. Freddy's going to have Sakai taken. Alright, so we see Bursa and Sakai both taken on this inner turn. So we finally have some movement in these wars that felt like they were kind of stagnant for a long time. So they both go down. Suleiman 2 cities left. Freddy 4 cities left. And on we go. Well, the Observer Civ just makes 1 beaker per turn, so... like, trickles its way slowly to techs. Alright, oh, only one trebuchet in this stack. It's going to take a while to remove any defenses. And de Gaulle's on the march too. Note again, it's close between Shaka and de Gaulle for that second place spot. Depending on how many cities each captures, that could, like, Shaka needs to take these last 2 cities so he can actually get some borders in his recent captures. They're not really doing anything for him right now because they're so culturally crushed. But if he can capture some of the Ottoman cities, or the remaining Ottoman cities, he'll get more score out of them. Like, whereas Sakai is able to contribute immediately because it's not surrounded by hostile borders. Shaka's units running around into Gaulle's territory. Shaka's golden age ended. Yeah, there is some concern. I don't think Shaka's cities are actually in danger of flipping, though. They're like just far enough away from France's core cities that I think they're okay. So now Hamburg is under siege. Like the weak civs are slowly being weeded out right now. So it does look like Caesar just gave us a tease. He never declared war, so I guess he's just back to whatever the heck he's been doing this whole game. It's been totally throwing us all for a loop. He was plotting war briefly. Also, Shaka, seriously, the 1 trebuchet? Get some more siege units down here, dude. It's going to take forever, if that's all you have. It's been kind of a fast-moving game overall, just because we haven't really seen the game leader ever declare war on anyone. Apostolic Palace has been a total non-factor this game. Alright, I guess Hamburg's the next one to get attacked. Alright, seriously, dude. Well, those knights went in. They did damage, but a lot of them were low. A lot of them were treated with the flanking promotions. That wasn't that successful of an attack. Caesar's on rocketry now. A lot of the other leaders are like just entering the like the gunpowder age, and he's on rocketry. Got a huge stack here for no apparent reason. I just don't understand why he has never declared war. Like, he was plotting it at one point, but then didn't. So we've had to rely on Shaka for entertainment for the most part. Alright, de Gaulle's stack is healing and trying to capture this. I think Shaka has now gotten to Grenadiers. Yeah, so Grenadiers are available on both sides now. Alright, Shaka finally got some more trebs for his Istanbul stack. No, he can't plot against the Observer Civ. The Observer Civ he's perma-friendly with. See? He will never plot war against someone he's friendly with. De Gaulle is still not really breaking through here. He's been struggling to take this city at Hamburg. Shaka's definitely having more success in his war. Alright, so he did just capture Istanbul. Big boost in score for him. As Caesar finishes the Pentagon. Yet another wonder. So this should be it. Yeah, there's like no units left on the part of Suleiman. This is going to open up a lot of territory for Shaka when this city falls. Yeah, de Gaulle was not able to capture Hamburg. He failed. He's been driven back. He's not exactly covering himself in glory here against the Germans. And Freddy's about to get steel, which will give him cannons. So Frederick has not been like a total chump in this game. He's outlived 2 other rivals already. Caesar taking the last city would be a pretty troll move, I agree. I mean, Caesar's on industrialism. That's the tech that gives tanks, so... Yeah, and Shaka should really just attack and not wait for his trebuchets to bombard the defenses, because there's like no units in this city. But that's the AI for you. Oh, De Gaulle has rifles now. Okay, so that will make a difference. Now that he has rifles, he should be able to start capturing cities. He looks like he's going to take this one. He failed at Hamburg, but he's going to get Cologne. Now, Cologne is going to be under a lot of pressure from Rome, particularly from this city, which has already hit 5,000 culture. So I don't know if he'll be able to hold on to Cologne, which he does capture there. But it's going to be tough to hold that city because of the, as I said, all the culture. So we are slowly seeing some of the weaker civs get weeded out. Yeah, I think this is probably the best performance we've ever gotten out of Freddy. I agree. I still think he's probably going to get eliminated by De Gaulle, though. But still, a better performance for him, for sure. It was nice for him to have that more isolated start. Alright, some units attacked this city. They didn't finish it, but some of them attacked it at least. Oh, and Rome planting a little city here. Just continuing to expand via culture. So this should be it on this upcoming inner turn. Edirne, the Islamic holy city, only has like a couple defenders, and the defenses are now gone. So that should be it. Oh yeah, this city, 7% chance of revolt already. So we bid farewell to the silly man. Did not play a very good game. He had a good spot in the center of the map, and I think he largely wasted it in this game. So that's that for him. And that was a very profitable war. I mean, remember, Suleiman was the one who started that war. Very profitable for Shaka. He's done quite well for himself with these last couple wars. Alright, so let's jot this down. Alright, turn 228. Suleiman. Oh, he was the seated leader, okay. Game 3, turn 228. So he's out. And Shaka gets another kill. 2 kills for Shaka. That's a good game even if nothing else happens. Oh, I see what you're saying. And we had the comment before you didn't read out Joao. And I did over here, but I didn't here. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't understand the comment previously. I was looking in a different part. Alright, Suleiman also gone. Will Freddy survive to the end of the game? We shall see. I think no. Alright. There we go. Alright. Yeah, Suleiman did make the championship game season 1, but I kind of felt like that, in retrospect, that's looked more like luck than great skill on his part. Alright, so we've got one ongoing war. You're curious about how people feel. Again, Caesar only cautious towards De Gaulle. I mean, you do wonder if he would want to go after him at some point, but has just shown no interest in attacking anyone literally the entire game. We'll see. They will get more border tension as a result of these cities being captured. So, who the heck knows? Shaka is actually out of a war for right now. He should probably use some of this time to... Wait, how is there Roman culture on this tile? Is there Roman culture on this tile? No. Okay, I was going to say, based on the borders, I don't understand how there could be Roman culture there. Because the culture from Cumae reaches up to here, but it doesn't reach that tile. So Edirne is probably okay. If Edirne was on this tile, it would probably flip. Just some of the little silliness about culture for you. Yeah, Shaka is currently not at war. Oh, I missed that city capture. Yeah, so Fred, there's not much left of him. I didn't even realize that Munich was also under assault here. And De Gaulle was set to get more score from these cities, so he, I think, has the inside edge on second place if nothing else happens in this game. Oh, jeez, look at Cologne. I didn't realize. Okay, well, all right. This... I didn't realize that there was that much Roman culture. Okay. De Gaulle's using Caesar's rails. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Completely surrounded. Yep. Yeah, Freddie hung in there for a long time. He did better than I expected. I thought he'd be the first to go, but it's coming to an end here. He's got just the one city left. So we can just advance through these turns until it gets finished off. Yeah, I don't see Cologne lasting much longer. Hamburg's okay, though. That will not be swallowed up by Roman culture. Munich, though, I think is swallowed up by Arpinum's culture. Caesar has two pretty good cities. He doesn't really have a third one, though. Cumae, I guess, is his third legendary city, or potentially legendary. Yeah, he just doesn't have that much culture. He's not Gandhi, for better or for worse. He's not really Gandhi, so he's more likely to finish by space, I think. Also, Shaka's cities can now finally start growing, now that he's gotten some actual tiles to work with. He's the Gandhi of this game, for sure. Now, there is always the question of, would anyone be stupid enough to declare war on Caesar? Let me check that real quick. De Gaulle's only cautious towards Caesar, so De Gaulle could commit suicide. Shaka is pleased, but again, Shaka can commit war, can declare it pleased, so that's also possible that he could just literally commit suicide by doing that. I would love to see De Gaulle and Caesar fight, because that would pretty much lock down second place for Shaka, which is what I'm hoping for, since I obviously predicted that. Still a ways to go in this game. Well, not for Caesar. He's on pace to win an absurdly early victory condition, but still a ways to go for everyone else. All right. Next turn. Yeah. With cannons, those defenses go down fast. Yeah, let's just have an infantry stand on this tile for no reason. Eiffel Tower done. Is he building units? Oh, yeah, he is. He's building some. Got some tanks in production. Well, I'll believe it if I see it. I've been fooled before by Caesar. Yeah, I mean, we're back to we have enough on our hands right now. Is this going to be another fake out? Is this going to be a fake out too? I don't know. Let's see. I've been fooled once before by Caesar. Note that Cologne just flipped or was gifted over, one of the two. But anyway, we do bid farewell to Frederick. So De Gaulle takes him out. De Gaulle also is ahead of Shaka for the moment in score. Alright, let's mark that down. Alright, so Freddie. And then there were only 3. So 2 of these 3 are going on to the next round. One of them is going to the wild card if they survive. No guarantee that everybody survives, though. Turn 240. I also thought there'd be more wars than this. We've been kind of low on the war counter again, too. And De Gaulle gets the kill credit. So even if he doesn't make it through, it's still been a pretty good game for him. Just to pick up a kill is always pretty nice. All right, here we go. We're at, what, 8 wars? Okay, that felt kind of low. All right, so the big question now will be: is Caesar going to attack somebody? I mean, we know he's cautious towards De Gaulle and pleased towards Shaka. So De Gaulle is definitely more likely, but it's not guaranteed. Shaka's building units too, so Shaka is probably also plotting war. Although he's pleased towards both of them. So who the heck knows? Again, we'll plot war at pleased. It's almost no point in showing the bar graphs because Caesar's so far ahead in everything, but I'll just so you can see how far ahead he is. Here's GMP, here's production, food. Food's the closest because food doesn't scale exponentially as the game goes on. Power, culture, you get the idea. Alright, so it is only turn 240. That's still pretty early in the game. Like, we have had games go as late as like turn 410 before. But it feels like this one's not going to go anywhere near that long. Alright, Caesar, are you going to make your move? Boy, he is building a lot of units. A lot of tanks. Not on this turn, at least. Although a lot of cities went back over to research again. It's like, is Caesar going to fool us yet again? With yet another, looks like a war, but then doesn't actually turn into a war. Well, this inner turn's taking a while, which is often a sign that someone's declaring war and moving a lot of units. Yeah, Shaka doesn't even have rifling. And, oh wow, okay, this is a long inner turn. I think someone's getting, gonna get smacked here. Who is it? Nope, it's the other two, Shaka and de Gaulle. Okay, well that's pretty interesting still. Shaka declares on de Gaulle, and he took a city apparently too. Well, it looks like they're gonna fight it out for second place right here. And Shaka took what city? Coimbra, I think it was. Where did he take a city? Oh, he took this one. Yeah, no surprise there. All right, well, yeah, this could be. I mean, Shaka's behind in tech. He doesn't have rifling. Let's look at the tech comparison between the two of them. Like, we know Caesar's really far ahead. So de Gaulle, let's see, he went for physics. And has his rifling, he went for physics, doesn't have military science, whereas Shaka does. Alright, Shaka is behind, but as usual for Shaka, he has prioritized military, so he's going to have rifles and cabs, and he also has grenadiers. Whereas de Gaulle does not have military tradition or nationalism. Okay, so he has rifles, but he does not have grenadiers, and he doesn't have cuirassiers or cabs. So Shaka's going to have the military edge once he finishes rifling. Now, again, none of this is going to matter if Caesar joins this war on either side. But if it's just the two of them, it could end up mattering quite a bit. Because Caesar will just trounce anyone that he decides to attack, if he ever would. Alright, let me see if I can find Shaka's big doom stack. Part of the problem for de Gaulle is I think a lot of his units are down here in these cities, which, Domination, no one's close to Domination at all. Caesar's 20% of the map away. Yeah, oh, we should have checked power. That's more obvious. We should have checked power. Oh, de Gaulle did not do well in the first turn of this war. Shaka must have bushwhacked him and caught a stack somewhere. Yeah, Shaka's ahead in power. And that's not even with rifling. This city should be toast, though. Don't know about that city. So let's see if I can find... Alright. Okay, here's a decent sized stack for de Gaulle. He must have a big stack somewhere, though. I mean, this city's revolting. So that city's going to go over to Rome. I think this city is also... Yeah. So unfortunately for de Gaulle, a lot of his conquests that he picked up from Germany are just going to be lost because there's such insane culture on the part of the Romans down here. So literally has expanded to a huge portion of the map without ever fighting anyone, just by culturally taking over the cities everyone else captures. So we've had a discussion about using mods for different AI stuff. I'm not that interested overall, though, just because I enjoy looking at the base game. Not a big mod person. So we've had that discussion. It's a good thing to bring up. Yeah, Caesar doing the backdoor conquest of Germany, indeed. Still, there's got to be like some huge stack of Zulu units somewhere. If so, I haven't found it yet, though. I'll keep looking. So far, I don't see anything like that. The whole game was just like, will Rome ever get involved in... Alright, here it is. Now we found it. Maybe he was putting this together. Alright, 78 units. That's quite a few. 78. So these cities have not flipped yet, but it does feel like it's a matter of time until some of these cities flip. especially because de Gaulle's going to have to pull his garrisons out to fight against Shaka. And with no garrisons, the flip chance is just enormous. Like 8% every turn. So if you want to... I'll just do the math real quick here. I can actually do it faster in Excel. I just put it on the then I can on my calculator. All right, so like, let's say there's an 8% odds of revolting, right? So that means each turn, the odds go up. It's like equals a 1. Yeah. Should be able to do this much faster. I just need a recursive 0.92. Could have done this faster. Okay. There we go. So like after one turn, 92% odds, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, after 10 turns, the odds of it, it's less than 50% odds to still be holding the city in 10 turns. So you get the idea. It becomes almost a certainty of a culture flip. I do like the suggestion to reveal the map again. So anyway, this is the stack to watch. This is where Shaka's big death stack is. So let's see. I mean, he's just like pillaging his way across southern France right now. That, and I just keep checking to see if Hamburg's going to flip. Looks like it revolted again, or something like that. Caesar's duplicating. Oh yeah, he's duplicating the passive-aggressive Hattie game. It's same color too. He's yellow, just as I was playing Egypt in that game. Look how bad Shaka's economy though is. Like 19 turns for steam power. Pretty awful. I do like that he just went straight for Paris. Like, that was the goal. Straight to the capital. Also, why is it taking so long on this inner turn? Oh, he took out the defenses in one turn. Oh boy, there it is. There it is. Caesar declared war on de Gaulle. Took the whole game, but we finally got it. And immediately takes like 3 cities. Oh my god! And immediately captures 3 cities. Oh boy. Not a double flip. Not a double flip. War declaration. Alright, that gets us to 10. That might be the last war declaration of the game, though. Wow, okay. So Caesar does enter the fray. This might be enough to get him to domination. We'll see. Yeah, bye-bye, France. This is it. You're gone. Really glad I picked Shaka to be second place now. Let's see how long it takes him to roll through with his gazillion tanks. Julius not screwing around. So Shaka's like, I've got a force of grenadiers, and I've got 90 units. And Caesar's like, hold my beer. No. Shouldn't take too long for all of the Roman tanks to... I mean, it's tanks against rifles. This is an absolute slaughter. How much of France just died? So he lost the first turn of the war. All of the German cities fell. That's what happened on the first turn. Also, Paris just got captured by the Zulus. So, hey, good for them. By the way, Caesar could still win a domination victory if he declares war on Shaka after this. That said, they're going to get a lot of shared mutual military struggle bonuses, and they have similar peace weight, so might be unlikely. All right, there goes Sekai. Avignon is probably next. And we'll have to keep looking at the... Yeah, Caesar, he still is a decent distance away in terms of land area. How much does de Gaulle have? De Gaulle's 23%, so if Caesar got all of the French lands... it would be enough for domination. So with Caesar's culture, domination is definitely in play, because he's going to get almost everything from this war. You know, seeing as how he's attacking with tanks against rifles. And now that he's at war, he's pumping out units nonstop, so it's going to be that much worse on the bar graphs. I mean, yeah. Pretty much what you would think, right? Nosedive for France. It's mostly just a matter of Caesar walking his units from city to city. He's probably going to hope he should be smart enough to roll it up from south to north. The tanks and the gunships will just kill everything, though. Like, they don't need to bombard defenses. They can just kill all the units without it. Oh, Shaka is apparently the leading candidate. 16 votes. And that's because he captured Paris, which is one of the very, very few cities that has Christianity in it. Yeah, Caesar could win domination with only a single war declaration, because his culture is going to swallow up a lot from Shaka. He's also not that far away from finishing the spaceship either. Although his research did slow down once he started this war. Oh, never mind. He has further to go than I thought. I saw the laser and I thought he was almost done, but he actually has the whole bottom part of the tree. Okay, so he's still a good 10 techs away. So he does have a little further to go than I thought. But overall, it's been a fairly fast-moving game today, because we haven't had that many wars. He can't win. Well, so here's the thing. It's true, Shaka's borders will expand, and that will make it hard to win by domination. But Caesar's culture is so strong, he will push back the Zulu borders. So that's why I was saying that it's a possibility. But yeah, it's more likely that he might need to attack Shaka if he wants to win by domination. It's still in play. But yeah, 20% is a long way to go. We'll see. It depends on how many cities Shaka captures in this war, too. Shaka should get a few. Although this city apparently just has catapults left in it, thanks to this tank and gunship push. Oh. Shaka apparently I haven't been following Shaka's stack. That's apparently where they went, up there to Lyon. Oh, and apparently Shaka got this city. Snuck in there with a single cav. I think the Roman gunships killed the defenders, and then a random Zulu unit just ran in there and grabbed it. All I see is, like, if you look at the minimap, there's just purple dots everywhere on the minimap. All throughout France, there's just little purple dots of, like, the paratroopers flying in and the gunships. The die is cast, by which I mean cast die at de Gaulle. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're seeing a city fall like every single turn. So. Yeah, whoever Caesar attacked was going to die like instantly. There wasn't any real doubt about that because he's been so far ahead the entire game. 44%, again, still needs a lot of land area. But hey, it looks like my picks are going to land first and second, which makes for a good round. Now, granted, like everyone had Caesar, so it's not exactly a shocking pick, but still, I'll take that as hopefully a decent scoring game. I'll also be curious to see what the victory date is, because I had, 325, I think? I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to 15 war decks, though. Should have gone lower. Should have gone slightly lower. Oh, well. Easy to say in retrospect. If Caesar had declared war more often, we'd be right where I was expecting. Also, Shaka's getting a decent amount of these cities. He's getting more than I thought he'd get. I thought Shaka would get, nothing. Instead, he's split it almost evenly with Caesar. He's going to get Marseille here as well. Might even get the kill credit. Well, probably not. I guess it could happen. Shaka's on steel. Slowly researching his way towards steel. So, one city left. De Gaulle, not a bad game. Honestly, I think he played okay. But ultimately not. Oh, Shaka! It's Shaka who gets the kill. Wow! Somehow Shaka is the one who gets the finishing blow. Okay, Caesar does not get a kill. Shaka researched kill steal. Yeah, he stole that at the end. Wow. All right. Well, let's mark it down. No point there for Caesar, although he will get points for winning this game in the end. To put that. All right. All right. So de Gaulle. This is turn 267. Shaka, the three-peat on the kills in this game. 3 kills. Alright, and then there were just 2. That wildcard game is looking kind of lonely right now. Just Wang Khan. There will be no wildcard entrance from this game either. I mean, if it turns out there's only like 2 people in the wildcard game, we won't even need to do it because they'll just advance it. Well, I guess we'd need to figure out who finished first and who finished second. Alright, well that's that. Caesar is still pleased with Shaka, so again, he could declare war. I have to see where the borders shake out here at the end. Yeah, shooting up the power rankings indeed. Caesar would get 5 points for winning, but with Shaka claiming all those kills, he will definitely increase at a second, and he'll get a second place finish. Oh, UN. Well, the UN's going to be. I'm sorry for Oops, who I think picked UN victory. It is literally impossible. Also, we can now that the UN's been finished, we can get rid of Second Observer because the Apostolic Palace is no more. So farewell. Goodbye. That's it for Sitting Bull, and now we're down to just, oh, the Native American Civ has been destroyed, no! Yeah, pay your respects to Sitting Bull. Alright, so let's advance a couple turns, and we can see how the borders shake out. Down here, it should be a little bit crazy. Yeah, oh yeah, there can be another war. Both of these leaders will plot war at pleased. So they're pleased towards each other, and both of them will plot war at pleased. So again, I wouldn't say it's likely, but it's certainly possible that these two could fight. I'm waiting for Orleans to come out of, and Tours to come out of resistance to see what the domination percentage looks like. One other nice thing about doing the games on this newer desktop is it does process these late game terms a lot faster. What the? Why is the Apostolic Palace still even voting? It should have been obsolete. Oh, it's because Shaka has not researched mass media, so it hasn't obsoleted for Shaka. Okay, well, whatever. That's weird. Okay. So Caesar's at 51%, so he's about 10% short of domination. He is a long way away from culture. He's got 2 cities, but he doesn't have the third one. So like he needs Kumai, and that's still 80 turns away, so I don't see that happening. The ultimate AP cheese, yeah, that. That's not right. Okay, so we need to reload back a turn. That is not correct. Again, I thought that the Apostolic Palace. I thought the Apostolic Palace was obsoleted by mass media. It was not obsoleted, so we need to reload that back. That again, that does not count. I know it's funny on the stream. But no, that was a mistake on my part. We'll just go back a couple turns. Fortunately, I do keep the autosaves on. Alright, this should be from before I wiped him out. Nope, okay. Gotta go back further then. So gotta remember this for the future. Alright. Okay, so here we go. All right, so it is in fact back with Sitting Bull still around. Okay. Ultimate AP cheese, I know, right? Okay. Shouldn't have ended up affecting anything though. All right, so I have to remember this for the future. You can't get rid of the Second Observer Civ until the person who owns the Apostolic Palace builds the United Nations. Really weird. Yeah, the diplomatic victory. No, the AP, we don't allow AP victories for this. We don't allow the Apostolic Palace victory. I didn't think that was possible for that to happen, so. Shaka won in your heart, okay. I mean, pretty funny moment on stream, right? But yeah, the Apostolic Palace vote does not win. No AP victories. So we do have to leave Sitting Out Bull in place for the moment. I was wrong. I thought we could get rid of him, but no, we do need him to keep the Diplo victory from happening. Also, Caesar's building an awful lot of units. I'm wondering if he's plotting war. Like, I wouldn't be shocked because he does have an awful lot of units here. Defensive pact. Oh, apparently Shaka has now met Sitting Bull. Great. So some of them have now met him. Ugh. Can I just, like, get rid of the Apostolic Palace and get rid of Sitting Bull? Like, can I just remove the Apostolic Palace from the game? Because we don't want people messing with Sitting Bull. What city is the AP in? Like, it has had no effect on this game whatsoever, except to do stupid trolling stuff. It's in... It doesn't say what city it's in. I think it's in Paris. Yes. I am just going to remove the Apostolic Palace from the game so I can get rid of Sitting Bull. Or the other thing I can do is I can just... Oh, the UN introduces everyone. Okay. Here's the other thing I can do. I can just remove the AP religion from my capital, and then I can get rid of Sitting Bull. Just get rid of it. That way the Apostolic Palace won't do anything. We can get rid of Sitting Bull. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about that. And yes, I'll fix the Holy City, which was in... here, this is the Holy City. Alright. Alright. So, now we're just down to these two. We don't have to worry about stupid Observer Civ. There's no AP religion in my Civ, so we don't have to worry about a victory or anything like that. Oh no, a fire destroy... Not another fire destroying another wonder in Paris. Yeah, seriously. Okay. No, Caesar can't wipe out Shaka. It's not possible. He will win domination. Remember, the AI does not raise cities. The AI will never raise a city, so he will hit the domination limit before he can win a conquest victory. Not unless he could kill, like, 10 cities on the same turn. That's one of the reasons why it's top 2, because it's literally impossible for the AI to win a conquest victory. They will always hit domination first. At least in the stuff that under the rules that we play. Yeah, Caesar does not appear to be plotting war. Let's see how many more attacks he still has to go. Not a lot. He needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. He needs 6 more techs, not counting stealth, which he will probably research because he has a lot of military preferences on his techs. Shaka's win was amazing. So yeah, these two are pretty good friends, but we know that they could go to war. Rome's achieved legendary culture. Yeah, he does, as we said, he needs 3 cities though. And this one, Kumai, is still 80 turns away, so not likely to win by culture. We'll see. So, I mean, it's certainly possible we could have another war declaration. I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if Shaka started the war either, by the way, because Shaka is completely insane. 53%. See, Caesar's slowly picking up more tiles because his culture is so strong, but that's an awful lot. He still needs like 10% more to win by domination. So he's still got a long way to go there. Even if he does pick up tiles here and there. As he continues to build more spaceship stuff. Yeah, I don't think he's plotting war. Doesn't look like it. Got this little cultural donut in here. In between these cities. Oh, Caesar did go to free religion. So, okay, so that, I mean, he lost the shared religious benefit with Shaka when he just went to shared religion, went to free religion. Yes, he's only +2 with Shaka. If Shaka continues to do more spy shenanigans, that could make him more likely to declare war. All right, Caesar also researching stealth. Completely useless. I mean, well, not useless. It does let you build more units, but useless as far as spaceship progress goes. And these guys are clearly not at war. I mean, I'll keep doing the turns relatively quickly as long as we don't have a war here. And don't see any reason to like drag it out. Does this city have a chance of flipping? No, not yet at least. Would be toast, obviously, in any war between the two of them. I mean, Chaka's so freaking far behind. There's not even any real point in looking at his progress on the, as far as when it comes to tech. Hey, remember when Caesar settled this as a size 1 city when Suleiman died? Yeah, now it's size 17 and has, like, tossed back culture in every direction. Superconductors, 54%. Beaker rate? Yeah, we can look at the beaker rate. Good suggestion. 20, for someone who's as strong as he is, that's not that high, 2,900 against 700. I would have thought he would have been higher than that, honestly. Now on genetics, I think he's got 3 more techs to go after that. Alright, so now we're all in emancipation. It's just like in Rome, you look in Rome and it's all tanks and mech infantry, and then you look in Zululand and it's all rifles and and cavalry. Yeah, so Rome, I mean, if he had a 3rd cultural city, oh, people wanted later era music? Okay. It's true, we probably should go to later era music. Does Shaka have any industrial techs? Just out of curiosity, I don't want to give him the known tech bonus unfairly. Railroad. Shaka has railroad, so we'll go to that. I can also always add a tech and then take it away, so... But where is it? Oh, here it is. I see people have different opinions in the chat about what era music they like and what era music they don't like so much. .55. See, he is slowly creeping up the domination percentage. I don't know if he can manage to hit that without going to war, but he is getting closer. Oh, and he's closer to the end than I thought. He just has to finish ecology and genetics. Shaka's on education. Alright, now wrapping up ecology. Yeah, still at 55. I don't think Caesar's going to hit domination unless he declares war. I don't think that's going to happen. Still could declare war, though. Like, both of them could. They got a lot of resource trades going on, but it's still in play. How many spaceship parts does Caesar still need? He still needs the life support, and that's it. He just needs the life support, which I think he just got the tech to reach. Alright, here it is. So it needs 2 turns to launch his spaceship. They like to repeat the same same request. Alright, so his spaceship should launch here. Alright, so his spaceship should land in 10 turns. We're looking at turn 304 for the finish, unless he triggers domination sooner. Again, seems unlikely, but he is only 6% land area away, so this could still happen. Actually, he's almost at 57%. Yeah, not that far away, honestly. Just needs a couple cities. We have sometimes seen the AI launch a spaceship and then just like suddenly attack. We have seen that in some past years. So, I mean, I don't see that happening right now because he's not building any units, but it's not impossible. Still, space looks like it's going to be the condition right now. I mean, Chaka's researching liberalism, and Caesar's already launched the spaceship. 57%. He's also short on the population too, although capturing a city or two would definitely do that. Would definitely be enough there. Yeah, I think we're probably just going to see a calm next turn clicking out until the end, what it's looking like right now. But there is always the chance for something weird to happen. What is it, 5 more turns? Yeah, a little bit of an anticlimax. But hey, we got the war against de Gaulle, which was pretty cool. We also got the failed, whatchamacallit, AP victory. So here's the thing. Remember how we were keeping an eye on who captured what cities? If Caesar had captured, if Caesar had captured this city, I think he might have won the game by domination here. Yeah, the fake Apostolic Palace victory. Like, Caesar was really close to capturing a bunch of these cities. Like, that's how close it's come down to, because Caesar's at 59% right now. He's still short of the population, though. Yeah, 59%. He's only like 20 to 30 tiles short of domination right now. But he doesn't have the population yet. So if he had captured a couple more cities from de Gaulle, I think he would have had this by domination. But I think he's short. He could also declare war and capture like 2 cities and he would win by domination. But that spaceship's about to land. Does it say when it's about to land? No. I thought that the victory condition showed. Oh, here we go. Caesar turns 2. Okay, 2 turns. So time's pretty much run out for the domination victory at this point, because it's spaceships landed next turn. All right, well, that should be that. Spaceship lands next turn. Looks like we got a spaceship victory. So congrats to Caesar on a game well played. He came within like 2% of hitting the domination threshold, but he did come up short. Alright, there you go. Space race victory. Very strong game. Among the strongest we've seen in AI play. Really from about turn 100, there wasn't much doubt that Caesar was going to win. Alright, turn 303. So let's watch the replay first. I'm going to write down the turn 303 before I forget. Spaceship turn 303. But let's watch the replay before we do anything else. Pretty straightforward game for the most part. Caesar just dominates really from start to finish. I really think that one of the keys to the game was Caesar getting these cities right here. Like, imagine if this territory had belonged to the Ottomans or the Portuguese. They definitely could have gotten here first, but Caesar did exactly what he needed to do. He pushed all his cities north first and then kind of slowly went east from there, because to his south was all garbage, unlike Freddy, who sent his cities into the tundra at the start. Then we have the early warring up here between Shaka and Suleiman. It didn't really go anywhere. And then the more consequential war between Shaka, as Shaka slowly grinds down and kills Portugal. So we get our first elimination. And this took Shaka from one of the weakest leaders up to like, kind of tied with de Gaulle for second, roughly. And then after this, we see the kind of the destruction of the Ottomans and Germany kind of happening at roughly the same time. And then it's really just the late game. Rome decides that France is time to leave the map, and in a blink, France is gone, and that's that. Watch the Roman culture keep expanding. More and more and more purple tiles there at the end of that one. So that's our end of this game. Good stuff. Oh, demographics. I mean, you know what they look like, right? Caesar's ahead in everything. Shaka's economy was apparently crashed at the end of the game, or he was in anarchy or something. Yeah, I mean, Caesar's just so far ahead in everything. It's really not close. I don't think you really need to see the bar graphs Roman. Yeah, I mean, you get the idea. Caesar was super duper far ahead.